Hey, it's Mike Shunke with Berkshire Hathaway Homes and Shipton Properties on our way to Paradise Valley meeting. Let's see, we're going to talk about residential, we're going to talk about commercial, and we're going to talk about the economy and a little bit about California we're going to touch at the end. So anyway, inventory we always start off with. Had a big jump this week, up 500 in the multiple listing service. Single family detached homes. Scottsdale, we got an extra 76 single family detached homes for sale. Year end is always popular time for, or not popular, we always see a lot of expired listings at the end of the year. This year we saw an unusual amount of expired listings. You know, going into the fourth quarter last year, we had this disconnect. Actually, second half of last year, we had this disconnect between buyers and sellers. Sellers all think they're sitting in a castle, and buyers don't want to pay that price. I feel like as these expired listings are coming back on the market, I feel like they're coming back on at a better price. And I feel like that disconnect is coming together a little bit. So, you know, it's going to take some time for those to trickle on. But like right now, there's you're seeing a lot of properties come on under contract. That's that ghost inventory, houses that were for sale and they're not. And if your house didn't sell, it's, I'm not going to say 100% price, but it's price in this market right now. There's plenty of buyers here, especially this time of year in Scottsdale and Phoenix. It's a popular time of year. You know, when we're working with another agent or a client and we're starting the process of the deal, there's something called counterparty risk. And it's my job to make that connection with the seller or the buyer, either make this connection with the other side. And really, you know, get to know their hot points. So when we negotiate, we know where we can give and take a little bit. It's negotiation. It's just a little bit. It's give and take, you know. And unlike commercial, where a lot of things are negotiated ahead of time, residential, put it on paper. I hear that every time we go and start negotiating. Put it on paper. Put it in front of the seller. In Arizona, if it's on paper, if your offer is on paper, they have to present it to the seller. So you never know somebody's thought process. So it's my job to bring that together, create that relationship. U-Haul report came out. Phoenix was number 6. People moving to, I think it dropped a couple spots. Arizona was number 6. Phoenix was still number 3, hottest city of people moving to. It's U-Haul, you know, they know where their one-way rentals are going. But, you know, right now we just don't have a lot of desperate sellers. There's a lot of equity out there. So, you know, we still need more inventory. I hope to see that free up a little bit here this year. So we're expecting a busy season, a really busy season. Our phone's been ringing since the ball dropped. So it's been good. We had a busy week. We worked on 3 offers. So it's been good. So anyway, over $3 million price point, up 60%. Sales last month. So, you know, it's really price point to price point. We've always said that first house is always tough to get into. You may not like what you're buying. You may not love the location. You may not love the condition. But get in. What do they say? All ships rise with the tide. Get in the market. You know, everybody who was... I hope you didn't buy into the marry the house, date the rate, or whatever that is. Because rates are what they are. I've said, you know, I'm not going to make a prediction, but I think this is where we are, the normal, if not going up even. And I follow the economy pretty closely. Everybody who said rates are coming down has gotten pretty quiet. So, you know, contract ratios are up 5% since last month. So there's a lot of properties under contract. Things are moving again. Oh, it's cold outside, but it's warm in this car. So anyway, yeah, it's going to be an interesting spring. I'm excited about it. Like you said, we're going to talk to a bunch of brokers now and see. I think everybody's got this optimism. Everybody's phone is ringing. So here we go. Let's get it done. Commercial, Scott Reschler. He's RXR Real Estate. He also sits on the board of the Fed New York Reserve. He's starting to see commercial activity pick up too. You know, commercial is all about the financing, whether it's an end user or an investor. Financed with short-term loans, so a lot of people were sitting, waiting, hoping for rates to fall. Rates aren't, now they're starting to say, you know, we need to sell this property. A lot of the big money sitting on a lot of cash, they're getting more active, making offers on properties, renegotiating those loans. So when things start happening on the big end, you and I don't control the $50, $100 million deals, but it gets the small mom and pop investor, mom and pop excited, and things start moving again there. SBA, with this new administration, SBA, a lot of end users, they're real small business friendly, so we're seeing those transactions, and that's where we deal with the professionals, the people we always say own the real estate, small mom and pop retail. Right. Super hot. A lot of not hedge funds, but a lot of the big money is jumping on mom and pop retail, just because it's never been a real exciting asset class. But there's money to be made. You know, people are buying local. So mom and pop retail is hot. Multifamily. We've got one client. He's looking at 50 to 100 unit multifamily. So if you've got anything like that you're sitting on, give us a call. We've got a buyer for that for sure. And also the 4 to 8 under 10 unit multifamily. That's hot too. You know, a lot of people got in over their head. They take a weekend class and they think they know what they're doing, and the numbers just don't make sense. But that's what we like about commercial. It's all about the numbers. It takes emotion out of the deal. I actually sat on a Zoom call yesterday with some other Berkshire agents around the country that do a little bit of everything. Don't speed in Paradise Valley. You will get a ticket. That's what that little beep is. There's cameras everywhere. But what was I saying? Talking with other Berkshire agents that do a little bit of everything like us, you know, the commercial, the residential, and it just makes us better, takes the emotion out of the deal, and it's all about numbers. And when you can carry that over to the residential side, really gives you an advantage. So, you know, like I said, I always say I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to get you where you need. You're not going to hurt my feelings if you don't want to buy something, or if you want to buy something, or if you want to sell something. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm here to help you. And it's a funny business, real estate. Everybody's kind of most of our business is referrals. But when you meet a new client you're working with, there's that building trust part. And, then they realize that, if you want to buy it, we'll get it for you. If you don't, that's fine too. Let's find out where do you need to get. And that all comes through communication and building that relationship. And how can we get you where you need to be? Economy, big jobs number back on the Board of Trade days. You could not miss. This was the busiest day ever. Jobs is kind of the core of the economy. Hot number. Jobs were up. Jobs created up 256,000. They expected 156,000 or 150,000, something like that. But anyway, immediately stocks dropped, interest rates up. We're fighting inflation. There's no doubt about it. I think the Fed was a little premature in cutting rates. Everybody has an opinion. I've been lately more active on Twitter lately. Wow, can I say shit show? I don't know if I can say that. But Twitter, wow, pay attention to who you're listening to, who you're getting your news from. It's a mess on there. There's a lot of people that don't know anything. And anyway, it's a neat place to see. It's a good place to create connections. But anyway, pay attention to who you're listening to about the economy. Everybody has an opinion. And, we look at the facts. It is what it is. Rates are where they are. If you can afford to buy. If you need to sell, if you're downsizing, sell. It doesn't really. We've become a global economy. Mohammed El Aaron, is that his name? Used to be the CEO of PIMCO, big hedge fund, big investment group. He said the United States is still the best economy in the world. What'd he say? It's the cleanest dirty shirt. And other parts of the country, other parts of the world, they're having some issues. China especially, Japan, and it all comes down on the economy. We want to get that foreign investment into the U.S. economy, and just that builds. We want to bring all our manufacturing back to the United States and have a good, solid economy. So it's become a global economy. There's not much you and I can do about it. And Fed rate cuts, as we've seen, doesn't matter to you and I. There's something called term premium. You'll see the 10-year, the 30-year bonds have really shot up. 30 years bouncing off of 5%. We haven't seen that in a while. But it just comes down to uncertainty. Janet Yellen came out and said, we have to address this deficit issue. I don't know why she didn't do anything about it before. And she's funny. I like her. I don't agree with her at all these days, but I like her. And she said, we have to address this deficit. That the U.S. government cannot pay its bills right now as it is, so they have to issue more bonds. As they issue more bonds, puts more out there, price goes down, rates go up. So it puts that pressure on interest rates and kind of slows up. But it's really about being productive, the United States economy. Anyway, just want to touch base. Hearts go out to those of you in California with the fire. You may have seen my youngest daughter lives right at the evacuation line there. And a friend of ours lost a couple restaurants in Palisades, and it's huge. It's terrible. It's really terrible. Not just the homeowners, but think of all the employees, the restaurant employees, the landscapers. Just the financial impact of that is going to be enormous. So, hopefully everybody's safe. If we can help you at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. Having a conversation with my daughter last night, a lot of people are using it for marketing purposes, and I think people are already going in and offering 25% of the value for the land, and that's terrible. So we don't want to have any part of that. But if we can help you at all, please give us a shout. Please don't hesitate to reach out. And we're thinking about you. We spend a lot of time there. Like I said, my 2 daughters live there. So anyway, we're here to take the motion out of your deal. If you want to buy, sell, residential, commercial, land, however we can help you. If you're another agent that needs help working through a deal, give us a shout. We're happy to help. Anyway, have a great day. We're going to go to this meeting. We'll jump in some fancy properties later. And we're here to help. Have a great day. Be smart, be safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.